Hello and welcome back to Chasing the Target or Khabar Ye. Out of Chennai that New Zealand have won by 149 runs. Dominant performance. Agar aap dekhe with the bat, that partnership between Glenn Phillips and Tom Latham was crucial. और अफगानिस्तान काफी कैच छोड़े. सुबह से हम लोग कैच छोड़ रहे थे. Even in the power play, Will Young का कैच छोड़े, उसने 50 मारे. Latham का कैच छोड़े, उसने 50 मारा. Phillips भी जाके 50 मारा. तो sloppy fielding from Afghanistan aided New Zealand, but really good batting, especially against the spinners, because एक time पे फंस गया था innings New Zealand का. I think the way they were bowling Afghanistan was commendable. आपका अजमत जो ओवर डाला था 2 विकेट लिया, फिर Rashid followed it up in the very next over with the wicket, and it looked like New Zealand were going to struggle to get to 250. लेकिन जो partnership and sloppy fielding from Afghanistan helped New Zealand get to a really good target of 288. And Glenn Phillips is man of the match too of the game. And then फिर New Zealand की जो bowling थी भाई, बहुत तगड़ी bowling. I think in the power play जो bowler है Henry जो control दिखाए, जो swing के साथ bowling कर रहे थे, it was commendable. Really good performance from them, backed up by Mitchell Santner. He's been outstanding, and Ferguson with the older ball, he's been impeccable. उसका जो extra pace है, around the wicket आ रहा, short pitch भी डाल रहा, फिर full ball भी, like he's really causing problems to the batters. So overall, New Zealand are looking like the package right now. Yes, there were scares, especially the bat. अगर आप देखें top order एकदम से collapse हो गई थी, thanks to the pressure from the Afghanistani bowlers. But if Afghanistan took their catches, New Zealand might have not even got to 230, 240, and that would have been a different story altogether. Lekin what we can see is that New Zealand are now unbeaten. They've won 4 games now. Top of the table है उन लोग, and they are flying in this World Cup. Always goes under the radar. Tom Latham की captaincy भी जबरदस्त थी, बेहतरीन captaincy थी. The way he was doing his bowling changes, and that's the great thing about this team. अगर even if Williamson is not there, they still have like a well-oiled machine कि भाई they know कि क्या roles है हमारे. Everybody in the big tournament, they don't take any pressure. They follow the roles and do a sensational job. Or क्या बोलते हैं, Rachin Ravindra, Conway, they've got good starts to the World Cup. आज performance नहीं आई, लेकिन middle order, lower order से आए, especially Glenn Phillips and Tom Latham. फिर Mark Chapman भी जो मारा भाई, बेहतरीन मारा, and this guy is very dangerous lower down the order. उसका भी जो contribution था, it took the game away from Afghanistan. काफी runs बन गए थे उसके बाद, वो contribution के बाद. So तारीफ करना पड़ेगा New Zealand की. They are flying right now. They batted well and bowled. I think the bowling was sensational. Fielding भी जो Santner का कैच था भाई, एक हाथ से जो कैच लिया, बेहतरीन कैच था. It was a one-handed stunner from Mitchell Santner. And with the field bat ball, they're looking really good. Afghanistan will be disappointed because I think they would have been in this game. Agar catches liye to they would have really been in this game. They could have put pressure on New Zealand. Batting ekdam se collapse ho gayi jab 280 ban gaye. And they were frustrated. The bowlers, you can tell. Rashid Khan, I saw him very animated because catches nahi pakad rahe the, and a lot of them were simple catches. वो mid wicket पे भी जो catch था, बहुत simple catch था. Fine leg पे, short fine leg पे जो catch था, वो भी simple catch था. So a lot of missed chances they will rue, and that cost them the game, in my opinion. There were glimpses that the bowlers were doing a brilliant job. They were putting pressure on New Zealand, but it all went down to nothing because pakde nahi aap catches और फिर punish हो गए. So they will be very disappointed. New Zealand, on the other hand, बहुत खुश होने वाले हैं, खुश रहेंगे because the performance that they gave was sensational. ठीक है, बैटिंग के साथ उन लोगों को चांसेस मिले, लेकिन जो उन लोग फील्ड पे परफॉर्मेंस दिया, टॉप क्लास परफॉर्मेंस थी. कैप्टनसी बहुत अच्छी थी, बॉलिंग चेंजेस, फील्डिंग तो बेहतरीन थी. जैसे मैं बोला, वो जो कैच पकड़ा सैंटनर भाई, incredible था. That's what the news is from Chennai. New Zealand have won very very comfortably. उनका net run rate बहुत तगड़ा हो गया. Against England भी उन लोग जो खेले Netherlands के against, और यहाँ पे भी they're winning by big margins now. And they are showing कि they're here for a fight, and they'll definitely cause problems in this World Cup to other teams. बहुत well-oiled machine है, जैसे मैं बोला, very efficient. Glenn Phillips, man of the match. For his contribution with the bat, high scorer था वो, 70 रन मारा है. तो congratulations to him. और कल का मैच है इंडिया वर्सेस बांग्लादेश, वो भी बहुत जबरदस्त मैच रहने वाला है. You can't take any team lightly. I think इंडिया बांग्लादेश का in recent times जो rivalry हो चुकी है, जबरदस्त rivalry है. बांग्लादेश भी टक्कर दे रही है इंडिया को, तो it should be very good. India lost a bilateral there in Bangladesh. It was a close game last time, the T20 World Cup 2 in the ICC event. अभी देखना पड़ेगा पुणे में क्या रहेगा. We're expecting the pitch to be a flat one, so small ground runs expect कर रहे हैं. तो उस हिसाब से शायद इंडिया 3 फास्ट बॉलर 2 स्पिनर खिलाएंगे. You won't see much rotation. उनके कोच भी आए थे, क्या प्रवीण मामरे आए थे, I think, and he also said कि भाई, we're not going to rotate too much. We're going to probably play with a similar kind of team and look to go ahead like that. So expect a similar team to the Pakistan one. I think India will be raring to go right now. They look one of the best sides along with New Zealand in this tournament. They've beaten Australia, Pakistan, and they've beaten Afghanistan. If they beat Bangladesh, they will be well on course for that semi-finals, and then they can afford maybe one or two blips here and there, but they will continue to go strong. Support रहेगा, crowd कल full होगी पुणे में 100%. वहाँ पे आप देखे प्रैक्टिस हो रही थी, कल भी प्रैक्टिस करी टीम इंडिया, आज ऑप्शनल था, आज प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस भी था, तो उन लोग तैयारी कर रहे हैं फुल अगेंस्ट बांग्लादेश. दे विल लुक टू गिव देयर बेस्ट. बांग्लादेश का अभी खबर नहीं आई साकिब की वेदर ही इज प्लेइंग और नॉट. दैट विल बी अ बिग फैक्टर बिकॉज साकिब इज अ बैटर, बॉलर, फील्डर एंड कैप्टन, वेरी एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर. इन बिग मैचेस उनका प्रेजेंस रहना बहुत जरूरी है. देन यू हैव मेहदी हसन हु इज डन रियली वेल अगेंस्ट इंडिया इन द रीसेंट पास्ट. उसने बैट और बॉल के साथ अच्छी परफॉर्मेंसेस दिए, एंड ही इज अ फ्लोटर विद द bat as well. He can open the innings, he come lower order too, and he's done really well in particular against this Indian team, so he will also be confident. Shanto hai, he's a good batsman. Then you got Mushfiqur, and you've also got Mustafizur. There are pretty lot of experienced players. Shariful bhi hai, so Bangladesh on their day they won't have too much pressure on them. They will look to perform. Their performances have been inconsistent. They played well against Afghanistan, but uske baad thoda sa against England they got battered. So they would be looking to come back and give India a good challenge. I feel it won't be an easy game for them. Lekin they can play their heart out and play without pressure because everyone's expecting India to win. But we've seen Bangladesh in the past, especially against this Indian team, they have caused some problems. And कभी-कभी रहता नहीं बोगी टीम रहता. मेरे हिसाब से Bangladesh, New Zealand ऐसा, they are bogey teams for India. So India will be a bit careful. Of course, they will be cautious, but the aggressive cricket they're playing as well has been really good. Rohit Sharma, the captain, he's taking leading from the front. उसके फील्ड चेंजेस, बॉलिंग चेंजेस बहुत बेहतरीन है अभी ये वर्ल्ड कप में. ही इज डूइंग अ रियली गुड जॉब. बैट के साथ भी वो फॉर्म में आ गया. सब रोहित के बारे में बोल रहे थे, बट एंड द नाइस थिंग टू सी इज कोई ना कोई कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है. अगर आप देखें ऑस्ट्रेलिया गेम में राहुल और विराट कोहली थे, फिर अफगानिस्तान गेम में रोहित शर्मा था, विराट कोहली था, फिर उसके बाद ये गेम में अगेंस्ट पाकिस्तान रोहित शर्मा, श्रेयस अय्यर. सो अलग-अलग बैटर्स आर गेटिंग इन्वॉल्व, स्कोरिंग रन्स फॉर टीम इंडिया. In the bowling department, even today in the press conference, it was mentioned कि भाई बुमराह and Kuldeep are world class. They are outstanding, and they've done so well ये tournament में. जो bowling कर रहे हैं India, they look a class apart, especially with Bumrah included. But both of these bowlers are probably the best right now in the world. The way the form that they're in, जो line length पकड़ रहे हैं, and Rohit also, as Captain Hardik mentioned this in one of his interviews, कि अगर बाउंड्रीज गया तो कोई बात नहीं, वो बैक कर रहा है, उनको विकेट चाहिए, एग्रेसिव माइंडसेट है, एंड इट्स वर्किंग राइट नाउ फॉर इंडिया. दे हैव गॉटन टू अ परफेक्ट स्टार्ट. नाउ इट्स अबाउट टेकिंग इट अनदर स्टेप फॉरवर्ड, बीटिंग बांग्लादेश, एंड देन द नेक्स्ट 5 games they look to qualify as early as possible. Then they can rotate if needed, but they've also made it clear horses for courses रहेगा. They look at the opposition, they look at the conditions, उस हिसाब से changes लेंगे. But because I think flat रहेगा बांग्लादेश के खिलाफ some continent team, they'll probably go with the same team as they played in Ahmedabad against Pakistan. तो मेरे हिसाब से टीम सिमिलर ही होगी, because Siraj also came back really well after being expensive in the first couple of overs. Imamul Haq hit him for a few boundaries, लेकिन he came back and picked up crucial wickets, and especially the wicket of Babar was very, very big. Picked up the wicket of Abdullah Shafiq too. So Siraj did really well in that game. So I expect him to continue to play. Rest utna nahi karenge un log. I think they will make changes depending on the game, and until they qualify, I don't think they will rest players. It just depend on opportunity. Surya Kumar का भी mention हुआ कि भाई उन्हें बहुत talented है, he's such a good batter, लेकिन अभी उसकी जगह नहीं बन रही. Of course, they have Shreyas Iyer there, KL Rahul, they're in good form, and then Ishan Kishan is also waiting in the wings. He's done nothing wrong either not to be in the team. तो वो भी ठहरा हुआ है, उसको चांस नहीं मिल रहा. सूर्या को भी तो, but it's good problems to have, I think, from Indian team, because form में है. It's not कि भाई आपको सबको खिलाना, experiment करना है, because कोई form में नहीं है, सब है form में. They can make subtle changes when required, depending on the conditions, the opposition, and fitness and everything like that. So they have backup. लेकिन अभी फिलहाल I think they will continue with this momentum, try to get as many wins as possible under the belt before they make too many changes. And they've been traveling a lot. Indian team will be traveling the most, I think, in this World Cup, because उनका हर मैच अलग वेन्यू में है. तो अभी पुणे से फिर उन लोग जाएंगे धर्मशाला, वो भी लंबी फ्लाइट होगी. फिर वहां से आपका कलकत्ता, लखनऊ, ये मैचेस भी रहेंगे उन लोगों के. तो it won't be it is strenuous. They'll have to make sure they're well rested, they are prepared, and they're doing that right now. Right now, India does look much more professional than we thought a few months ago. I think with players coming back, Bumrah coming back, Kuldeep hitting form, Rohit Sharma hitting form, Virat Kohli, of course, has been in form as well. So when these players, everyone is contributing somewhere or the other, it gives a lot of confidence to the team. And abhi un log to zabardast khel rahe. They will be tested in this World Cup, no doubt they will be tested. But so far they put on good performances. ये वर्ल्ड कप में अभी हम लोग को कांटे के मुकाबले तो नहीं मिले जो लास्ट बॉल तक गए या सुपर ओवर के करीब या लाइक ड्रामा अभी तक आया नहीं वैसा. We've seen upsets though. That's been really good to see. Netherlands beating South Africa, Afghanistan beating England. We've seen some upsets, but we're still waiting for a cliffhanger of a game. It'll come soon. There's still, I know, 60-70% बचा हुआ है tournament का अभी काफी वक्त है. So like we won't give up. We'll continue watching and seeing. Hopefully कल भी interesting game हो. फिर उसके बाद पाकिस्तान ऑस्ट्रेलिया भी है. Friday we'll follow up with that. We'll get to the content from there. We'll get to the content from Pune too, and hopefully from there inshallah as well. So stay tuned to Chasing the Target. And yeah, right now like the table is open. It looks like New Zealand, India are the ones who are unbeaten right now, and they're making their way towards the semis, but there's still a long way to go. Like I mentioned, there could be hiccups here and there from those teams too. And then England, Australia, Pakistan, South Africa, they're all in contention, especially with South Africa and England losing these games. It brings Australia, Pakistan into contention too. So it's all to play for. I think that Australia-Pakistan game will be a huge momentum shifter again in that table. So will be both important game रहेगा in the context of the tournament and in the context of all the other teams as well. And yeah, India will look to continue their rhythm, continue their unbeaten streak against Bangladesh. Like I mentioned, इतना easy game नहीं होगा, थोड़ा सा tough होगा, लेकिन they'll try their best कि भाई to continue that and put pressure. Look, the crowd will be behind them. The crowd is like a 12th man. It's not it's hard for opposition teams, especially when everybody is supporting India. We'll see a few Bangladesh fans too as well, but yeah, it will be loud tomorrow in the stadium in Pune. And it should be a lot of fun. I think it should be exciting. Looking forward to it, that game, India-Bangladesh. I think players to watch out for. Can discuss it in detail tomorrow as well, but I think if I'm looking at it from India's point of view, everyone is contributing, everyone's doing well. I'll go with Jadeja. I think he's one player that he's bowled really well with the bat. I want to see him maybe get promoted if required. If Sakib plays, he can tackle someone like him. So I want to see how Sakib performs. Jadeja performs with the bat in particular, and then with the ball. If I have to pick someone, I'll probably go with. Jasprit Bumrah has been outstanding, so we'll continue with Jasprit Bumrah and see. And then from Bangladesh's point of view, I think Mehdi Hassan, both bat, ball, everything. I'm looking forward to seeing him. And Shariful, I think left-handed batter, ball coming in. It is challenging for the like Indian batters in the past. If there is hint of movement or anything, we'll get to see that. Lekin, agar pitch flat hai, then India will look to dominate. They'll look to put pressure on Bangladesh. We've seen that in the past couple games. Rohit Sharma is accelerating. Unhe nahi dekh raha idhar udhar. De Bashir Khalid chakke maro, choke maro. Put the pressure on the opposition. Make sure that India has a healthy run rate as well. That's what he's looking at. So he will look to put pressure on the Bangladeshi bowlers as well. It'll be interesting to see how the pitches too. So yeah, stay tuned to Chasing the Target. We've got the latest content coming up hopefully, so make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. हम लोग मिलेंगे फिर कल टॉस के बाद या टॉस से पहले ही मिलेंगे. We'll do the preview for the India Bangladesh game, and make sure you stay tuned for all the other content as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all your time, and have a good rest of the evening.